Good evening. Cammie is off tonight. Since the Central Parkway bike lanes opened a year ago, Local 12 News has documented the growing confusion, damage, and outrage from business owners and drivers.
Just today, when our Rich Jaffe presented the city with recent crash numbers, Mayor John Cranley, who's a bike path backer, said the project should be scrapped, as you heard. Rich joins us now from Central Parkway with the crash numbers that you'll see only here on Local 12. Rich?
Rob, business owners in this area will tell you that this bike lane has become a dangerous mistake, and the numbers to back them up are stacking up. According to the Cincinnati Police Traffic Unit, since the start of May along this bike lane, there have been 33 crashes, and the majority of people will tell you that the reason for that is the way this thing was designed. While there are painted warnings on the street that there could be parked cars ahead, drivers are frequently surprised to suddenly find cars legally parked in what moments ago was a traffic lane along the Central Parkway bike path. FOP President Kathy Harrell says since the bike lane opened, her F-150 truck has been hit 3 times in front of the police union building. Parked legally on both sides of the street, the last crash was June 23rd. That's just one of the 33 crashes here since May 1st.
They lied to us and said we won't lose our parking. We've lost our parking. We can't get deliveries anytime after 3 to 6 unless they're on the other side of the street. And then they have to come across all the traffic, which is very dangerous. It is just an absolute disaster and has been. It's just a matter of time before someone absolutely, I believe, is going to end up getting very injured by this bike path.
Riding past the FOP on his bike was Paul Rudemiller. He says this lane is better than the one in his Camp Washington neighborhood, but
just speaking from a bicycler's perspective, yeah, something like this is real nice.
what about from a driver's perspective?
Hey, look, I've driven my car down here, and I can see where you got parked cars in these lanes that if you're not really paying good attention, I can see it's a problem.
Business owners along here have complained since the lane opened. Dozens of vehicles have been hit, including this one, totaled in front of Robin Color Lab. While some city council members have promised to re-examine the issue, the mayor says it's time to scrap it.
I've got plans to build dedicated bike trails on Oasis and Wasson Way and Mill Creek, but those are off the road, dedicated lanes, not in the middle of traffic on a Central Parkway, which is a major artery in the downtown. So I think they should scrap it before somebody gets hurt. I think it's been a disaster, and I hope the city council will reverse course and stop it.
Now, this is not the first time that Mayor Cranley has spoken up about his concerns in regards to this bike lane, but he explained to me that because this bike lane was brought about with the prior administration, City Council needs 5 votes to scrap this project, and so far they've only been able to muster 4 votes in favor of that. So we will see if those numbers change as the number of crashes here increases. In Mohawk, Rich Jaffe, Local 12 News. Rob?
The fact that this doesn't work isn't a surprise to anyone, though, really, is it, Rich? I mean, from the beginning, this thing looked like a disaster.
Well, all depends on who you talk to there. The folks that supported it from the get-go maintain that, oh, it's a great design. But just reasonable folks looking at this seem to perceive that there is a consistent problem here. And, you know, we had the problems during the winter, too, with the fact that the plows can't get through here. The city claims that they need special equipment to do it, and they don't have any. So here we go. We're coming into another winter, and unless something dramatic changes here, you will see this lane clogged up with ice and snow all over again, and probably more wrecks as well.
Yeah, Rich, thanks very much. In March, after business owners raised their concerns about these bike lane safety issues at council directed staff to look at ways to make the bike lane safer. Short time later, the lanes got painted to indicate there could be parked cars ahead.